Well, hello, hello. Do you want to be serenaded and learn how you can live your best life? Well, stick around for our next guest on Small Business Saturday Shout Out. Welcome, 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 everyone. This is Small Business Saturday Shout Out, and I'm your host, Alicia Couri. And on today's show, we're going to talk to a remarkable young woman, and she's so gifted, has so many talents, so many things she's offering the world that it's just phenomenal. So I want you to stick around and hear everything because there's something in there for you, I am sure. So I want to welcome those of you who are watching us live here today. Thank you so much for joining us. If you are on Facebook, please hop on over to our Facebook page and join our group. It's facebook.com/groups/SBSSO. And you can be a part of our community there. You can promote your business there. You can also we have once a quarter, we have our virtual networking event that is a lot of fun. So you can come on over and join us for our virtual networking events once you're part of the group. We also have our YouTube channel. So go on over and subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/C/Alicia Couri. So you can check us out over there. And if anything is valuable or a benefit for you, we love you to share your opinion, your comments with us. So please go on and do it. Now, this show is a little special because you can go ahead and get a shout out. You can get a shout out. There are 3 ways you can get a shout out on this show. First way is to leave a comment. So if you leave me a comment right now with your name, your business name, and how people can reach out to you, I will shout you out. The second way to get a shout out is to run a 30-second commercial. So you can run a 30-second commercial during our show. You can get a shout out that way. And the third way to get a shout out on the show is to come be a guest. Come be a guest on the show. And if you'd like to be a guest on the show, send us an email. You can send an email to support@aliciacouri.com, and we will send you all the information that you need to be a guest on the show. Let me see. Now, this show is sponsored by FAMU Mary. It is get the right information that you need to make proper decisions about medical marijuana. What is the proper use? What is the legal use of medical marijuana? So you can go to mary.famu.edu and learn more about that. Every month they do have their the state of cannabis in America. So you can go to mary.famu.edu to learn more about the state of cannabis in America. Now, I am super, super excited to bring on my guest, and you're going to just love her, so stick around. Welcome back, and our next guest is Omenesa Akomolafe. I nailed it, I think. So her singing voice is that of an angel. She is a recording artist with 4 albums. She's published 9 books, is the proprietress of Emotional Healing University, and she owns a mentoring program named The Rock College. Her organization, Pearls and Pauls International, hosts support groups globally for 10 years. She is passionate for those who hurt emotionally. Her outreaches consist of sex workers, high school tuition, fertility hopefuls, and prison inmates. She says she is called to the end of the road ministry. She is a certified nursing assistant, holds a BA in church ministries, a pending master's in death, and currently working on her PhD in metaphysics. She's also an LPN student, a preacher, ordained prison chaplain, pageant queen, actress, speaker, professional model, certified confidence coach, and an emotional healing practitioner. She's the host of TV shows Emotions and The Ring. She currently started her radio show, also named The Ring. She travels the world to sensitize the message that nothing happens in the grave. She speaks on purpose, emotional healing, self care, successful multitasking, marketing, and spiritual awakening. She recently won the G9 Global Icon Award in Dubai, and she is now touring worldwide with her tagline, Nothing Happens in the Grave, her motivational seminar and conference. And welcome to the show, Ommanessa.
Hey, hi Alicia.
Hey,
Thank you so
Lady
much.
Omenesa. Lady O, as we call her, Lady O.
Thank
So
you for this opportunity.
I think I'm out of breath. Your bio, you really are beyond a Renaissance woman. And there's
Thank
Miss
you.
Grace saying hi. Thank you, Grace. You are such an accomplished young woman. You have so many passions, and you do it all effortlessly. So how do you do that?
How do I do that? Well, I thank God for his grace. Basically, I have very good pacing skills. I have very good planning skills. I have a list where there are certain things that I have to do within the day. So podcasting, posting on Instagram, interviewing somebody on my radio show, sending in pitches for modeling gigs. And so there are certain things that must be done. Cooking for my dad. And just today, like, I decided to plan my piece, which was to cook for the whole week and not just cook day after day after day, because that's stressful.
Yeah.
So I managed to do stuff by thinking ahead.
Mm.
God has given me that gift to where I can literally see the chaos that could happen 3-4 years and 3-4 weeks or 3-4 months from now. And that really helps me to plan ahead. And I have had my share of chaos. I've had my share of calamities, and I don't like that feeling. So I do
Right.
every single thing that I do every single day is to avoid interruptions, is to avoid having a sleepless night.
Well, that is remarkable, because not everyone has that ability to plan. Yes, you say you plan your piece ahead. I love it. And so I want to really talk about the series that you have coming up, because I know that is that world tour is something that you've been planning. It's something that can touch lives, change lives. And tell us a little bit more about the the program that you have, Nothing Happens in the Grave.
As soon as you said that, tears just welled up in my eyes, because it's so passionate. It's like it's a big thing for me. And I am just very excited because yesterday I just got a speaker for the California event, for the California location. So nothing happens in the grave. NHIG is what I call it. And we are kicking off in July. July is going to be in New York, the 25th in New York, and we're bringing in Patricia Oliver and Samuel Okema. I think I pronounced it right. That's for July. August is going to be in California. We will be having Del Gerald, Gerard, and Angel Cade in October. It's going, yes. And in October, it's going to be in Houston, Texas. In November, it's going to be where, Alicia? Where's it going to be in?
Dubai. It's going to be in Dubai.
It is going to be in Dubai. And then in December, it will be in London, UK. In January, it will be in Cleveland, Ohio. And in February of next year, it will be in Togo. So those are the set ones for now. Of course, I'm still building, I'm still pitching. Basically, everything about Nothing Happens in the Grave is to sensitize people that you need to use all of your talents and all of your gifts, because you don't know which one is going to open the door. So you have to try to do every single one of them. Register your company, mentor your successor, plan your funeral. You know, we Black people don't do that. Plan your funeral and leave a legacy, basically.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm encouraging everybody to do. And I truly am the epitome of everything I speak.
Yes, you are for sure. And if if anyone um, attends this, they will learn so much from you because of, like you said, the way that you've been through chaos. You know what it's like. You don't want to have to deal with that. So it's going to be structured. It's going to give you what you need to order your life and order your steps.
Yes.
It's amazing. And I Les Brown says that the graveyard is the most fertile soil there is. I'm paraphrasing because I don't have it up on front of me, because so many dreams, so many plans are buried in the graveyard that people never got a chance to live out. And
Yes.
so this series will not only teach you all of that, but it's also to activate what those dreams are inside of you, to help you live those dreams and not go to the graveyard with them still inside of you. So I encourage you to attend. They're going to a lot of cities. Name those cities again, because we had.
So in July, it's going to be in New York. It will be in the Bronx. In August, it will be in California. It will be close to Menifee, which is in Sun City. Exactly in Sun City. In October, it will be in Houston, Texas. In
Oh, no
November, it will
September.
be, ma'am,
No September.
girl. What am I skipping that month? Because that's my birthday month, and I always take a trip for myself. So I think that my psyche was being selfish. Wow. In September, it will be in Cleveland, Ohio. It will be in Cleveland, Ohio in September. In October, it will be in Houston, Texas. November, it will be in Dubai. And in December, it will be in Togo.
I'm trying to type as fast as I
In
can.
December, it will be in London. Yes.
In London. So September,
Yes.
Cleveland.
Yes. Yes.
And December, London.
Yeah, so October it will be in Houston. In November it will be in Dubai, and in December it will be in London. And I made a mistake. See, I was switching that. Now in January it will be in Louisville, Kentucky, and then in February it will be in Togo.
Listen, you got to connect. Let me just tell them, connect with you. So these are ways that you can connect with Ommanessa. YouTube, IG, and Facebook. It is at Lady Ommanessa, Omenesa, Ommanessa. So go connect with her so that you can check out all those dates, locations for this event, because you don't want to miss it. It's going to be somewhere close to you. It's going to happen somewhere in your area. So look out for it. And if you want to go to Dubai in November, I highly recommend it. Go to Dubai in November with her, or London in December. So listen, we just came back from Dubai, and a few weeks ago. And so it was a fantastic trip. Do you want to share anything about that, and how you kind of started arranging stuff to have it in Dubai?
I think that it was so strategic. God had me go to Dubai for a reason. which was to expose me to the vulnerability of women who are in a very contrived country. Now, listen, when I say contrived, the 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 stereotype of Dubai is that the women have to be covered from head to toe. You can't wear sandals, you can't do this, and you can't do that. And I also lived in Nigeria a little bit, in the northern part of Nigeria, so I do understand just that whole concept. But when we were there, to hear these women talk about narcissistic abuse, talk about how they've been divorced like 3 times and remarried, and having a 53-year-old as a pole dancer, a 53-year-old publicly saying this. Like, she's not whispering, she's publicly saying this, and it did something to me. I've always been somebody who is very, very vulnerable to talk about my issues, unless it's just inappropriate to talk about. But just being in a room of women who just didn't really think about how it was going to sound or who they were talking to, because these were very, 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 what's the word? Important women. Yes.
Women. Yeah, they were important women.
These were women of status.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes. So when you see a woman,
to give context for people who don't know what we attended. So it was the First Ladies Forum and Economic Development Summit in Dubai. And so there were women who were leaders in government, who were leaders in society. There were princesses. The Queen of Qatar was there. These are women with substance. So to be that open in that forum, they felt comfortable enough to share some of their life and their challenges. So that was wonderful.
Yes. And because that is what I talk about, because I'm so used to being around people who are like, girl, you're doing too much. It is way too much. Oh my God. How do you have time to do all of this? Oh, you really shouldn't have said this. And then like the Nigerians, you today talk too much now. Can't you keep some things to yourself? Everything is not for the public. There are some things that are for the stomach. That is why it's called the stomach. So I am so used to I'm used to that type of response. So when I get to Dubai and people are telling me how they've been married three times, and they're just saying it like, oh, the sky's blue. Like, I was like, what? These are my people.
and they were really they were so generous, kind, beautiful. I mean, gorgeous women. And so, yeah, it was really like the Mrs. Universe, Pamela, so generous.
The girl just looked like she just fell from the sky. Like, God made her on the 8th day.
Yeah.
On the 8th day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But, these women have such a heart to help. So how did you, hearing all that, decide that you were going to do one of these in Dubai? And how is the planning for that going?
The planning for that is going very, very well. We've been having committee meetings. Our second one actually is next week, but we've been in touch. We've had a lot of people from Nigeria and in America sign up to want to travel with me. What propelled me to do it is because that I saw the potpourri of different tribes, different races, different religions, and I knew, okay, this is what I can do effortlessly in a country like this. And then I know that it would definitely morph into other places. But if I can do something of that nature in a place like that, then that will stretch me, and I need that. So that's why I chose that. And because I was already there, I was one of the speakers, I was already among women who hold meetings. So it was easy to pitch that.
Nice. And I know that everything has to go through the royal office to be approved.
Yes.
So you're getting all
Yes.
the, because
And they're
we
working
met,
on that. Yeah.
that's the important thing too. Being there, we met the right people that can get things like that approved
Done.
and get
Yes.
things done. So,
Yes.
so that was the
Like,
fortunate
like
thing.
I was talking in the comedy meeting and I was like, oh, how do we do outreach and how do we reach out? So they asked me, oh, what type of outreach? And I said, oh, how do we get in touch with sex workers? And they looked at me like, uh-uh. They told me exactly what not to do and what to do. So I'm
Yeah,
really, really among
grateful.
the right people. Yes.
You did connect with the right people there that can help us
Yes.
get the right things done. Well, I want you to share, because you do have 4 albums, and I don't know if the sound quality is the best because you don't have a microphone to do this, but just give us like a few bars, just a little bit, and let's see how it comes across. If it comes across well, then guys, oh, she's got her little microphone. Go, girl. Go ahead.
Don't you try me. Don't try me. This is
She's
not
always
connected
ready.
to anything, but it just looks good.
I can't with you. I can't. I cannot with you.
It's
All
not
right.
connected to nothing but the acoustics of my home.
Okay. Let it rip. Let it rip.
So live your life. That is too high. See, I just got off work. Okay. So live your life. Fulfill your dreams. Write that book. Get up on your feet. Climb that mountain. Reach high to the sky. 'Cause nothing happens in the grave. No, nothing happens in the grave.
And that's your theme song, girl.
That is it, girl.
I love it. I know the acoustics in your house sound great. It didn't
In
you
my
sound
4th album.
beautiful.
Look at me marketing. Look.
The 4th album. There you go. So I just put up. So her songs are available anywhere you get. You can wherever you listen to music. So Spotify, iTunes, wherever you listen to music, you can check out her songs. She has 9 books. They're available on Amazon. And don't forget, Grace is giving you a little course. Don't
Grace,
forget,
my travel buddy.
yes, nothing happens in the grave. NHIG, nothing happens in the grave. Connect with Ommanessa on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook at Lady Ommanessa. So Ommanessa, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank
Is
you.
there anything you wanted to share that I didn't ask you about?
How many more minutes do we have?
Well, let's see. I'll give you 5 more minutes. Since I don't have another guest, you can have the floor.
Okay. Once again, thank you for this opportunity. Nothing happens in the grave actually was born from just watching my mother die. And I couldn't do anything about it. My whole life, like I was raised by fixers. My father is a bishop. The man fixes stuff, you know, in the spirit realm and in the physical. And my mother, she prayed for people who had cancer and they got healed. And then it was her turn, and we literally watched her die very slowly and very painfully. And then when she died and I went to visit her grave, I looked over the grave and I was like, wow, nothing happens in the grave. Because she had ministered her whole life. She was a librarian, but she retired and she really, really wanted to be a professor. And I know that she never got to be a professor because she was just doing ministry, and she was a co-pastor to my dad. My mother did every single thing except the one thing that she wanted to do. She was an author, she was a this and she was a that, but she did not do that one thing that she wanted to do. And I was just like, wow, nothing happens in the grave. Nothing happens in the grave. And that's how I just started to sing a song. I would actually send you the link to the music video of Nothing Happens in the Grave, and you would get to actually see her grave. But
you have it on YouTube, right? It's on your YouTube channel.
Yes. Nothing Happens in the Grave, Ommanessa. But everything about me, nothing has ever been easy for me. I was raised by very, very rich, influential parents, which for some reason I struggled so much. And now I know why I struggled so much. Like, it didn't make any sense to come from where I was coming from and then me suffer as much as I did. However, there was so much love that my parents had given me, and so that was the one palpable thing that I could hold on to. But as far as money and as far as education, it took me 8 years to graduate from the university. It took me such a long time to just accomplish every single thing. So that's why when I won this crown at Woman of Achievement, this is why I wear this crown at the airport. I put the crown on the seat. I let everybody know. I asked to speak to the pilot and take a picture with him, because I have worked so hard for every single thing that I have gotten in my life, all the way to my business.
So tell me, what was your title? What was your title with a Woman of
okay. Well, I started off as Mrs. Nigeria America, and then I won Mrs. International Woman of Achievement, and I won all of the trophies, from the platform to the speech to the talent. And yes, and I have always almost been there. I've always been 99. I've always been 99 and a half, 99.9.
Second place.
99.9. But that day, I was 100. As a matter of fact, I was 150, because, girl, I delivered by the grace of God. And I'm not saying that out of pride, but every single thing that I had been through, from losing babies to homelessness to delays, I took all of that and I threw it at that competition. I took all of it and threw it, from my writing to my singing to my businesses to my soaps to my jewelry to my carrot oil I threw everything in that competition. And so my last word for the audience today is really use all of your talents and all of your gifts, because right as I'm singing this, I'm also selling my spices. I'm holding the microphone with my left hand and I'm selling my spices on the right. That's exactly what I'm doing. I am singing and I'm selling my earrings on the right. That is exactly what I'm doing. I am wearing my products. I wear my African gay fabrics.
You froze for a second. Say again. You wear your African.
Yes, like I wear my fabrics because I sell my fabrics. So I wear them as I'm singing. Everything is a strategy. Okay. So you have to literally sit down and find out, how am I going to do all of this at the same time? And so I wear my own earrings when I have an interview with Alicia Couri. So you can ask me how much it is, and I'll tell you that it's $20. You understand? While I just sang, and then I advertise my album. So you do everything at the same time. Of course, you're fasting, you are praying, you are drinking water, you are loving people. Unforgiveness will kill you. You will die of cancer, all kinds of diseases if you don't forgive people, period. I did not say that unforgiveness is why people die from cancer. But what I said is that the cortisol levels in your body, they will accumulate and accumulate and accumulate to where you would start having dense diseases. Not all diseases come from bitterness, but go do your research. You could get extremely sick if you don't forgive people. And the reason I'm saying that is because you will end up in the grave without accomplishing any one of your dreams if you don't forgive people. So it is linked. And when I say not forgiving people, I'm not telling you to open yourself and be accessible to everybody. You forgive them and you move on, but you don't hold them in your heart. And they don't have to be your best friend the next day.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, so that's my 2 cents or 20 cents or 200 cents.
So we have kind of been in the same circles for a couple years now, but we did not really get to meet each other and spend any time together until this Dubai trip when we got to spend a little time together. So I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful that I got a little time to hang at the pool with you and and I did
And
not get
dance.
I did and dance with you on the yacht cruise, but I did not get to go to the Gold Supermarket with you to see you in action. I'm sure that was a thing to behold.
How do you know
So,
I was in action? Everybody kept saying that.
because I see you, you are always in action. You just explained what you do. You were in action in the Gold Supermarket, I'm sure. No doubt about it. You were negotiating. You were handling your business. And so I just want to I just want to say, I really admire this woman, all that she's accomplished, all that she's accomplishing, and those dates, those things that she has laid out will happen. I encourage you. Oh, Grace, you see, she was in action. Grace is my witness. And Grace was there with us. And so, and I just want to say hello to, can you pronounce this for me? Ilabija?
That's Blessing Ilabija. Blessing
Ila-
Ilabija. She is actually the secretary for the business wing of my brand. Very
Nice.
judicious human being. Yeah.
Excellent. Good to know. So yes, um, she will give you the most remarkable experience. You will come out of this changed and transformed. This woman
Yes.
is knowledgeable on multiple levels from, and she just talked about the cortisol level. She understands the body, she understands emotions, she understands the spiritual side. So you're getting the physical, the mental and emotional and the spiritual all wrapped in one. And she will deliver the knockout punch. Plus she sings like, an angel, and will give you you'll have fun too. So you'll learn, you'll have fun, you'll laugh, you'll cry, it's an experience. So check out Nothing Happens in the Grave. It's touring. It's a worldwide tour. If you want to go to Dubai with them or you want to go to London with them, connect with Ommanessa. Go to YouTube, Instagram, or Facebook at Lady Ommanessa, and also check out her books on Amazon. Check out her music. And did I leave anything out? Because I want people to really connect with you and get to know you and get to experience this Nothing Happens in the Grave, because she's absolutely right. When you're gone, you're gone. So do it now. Do it now. Well, thank
Do
you.
it now. My podcast is on podbean.com. Podbean, Podbean. It's also on Spotify as well.
All right. Excellent. All right, Lady O, thank you so much for joining me today. It was a pleasure having you, and hopefully we'll have you back again when you've done New York in July. You might come
Yes.
back again and tell us about it so that we can
Yes.
promote it to the next city. Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Well, that was Lady Omenesa Akomolafe, and the series is Nothing Happens in the Grave World Tour. So go check it out. Like I said, connect with her on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. It's at Lady Omenesa. And right now, I saw a shout out come through. So I want to give a shout out to David Brown. Hey, David Brown. The urban tour host, customized community, cultural, and eco tours of Greater Miami, and sustain a village nonprofit and community development consulting in tourism development, nonprofit development, and specialty eco and cultural events. You can connect with David. It's 305-336-6939. So 305-336-6939. So thank you, David, for sharing that with us. And I hope that you will come on over and join our join our community on Facebook so you can promote your business. It's facebook.com/group/SBSSO. We're going to take a quick commercial break from our sponsors, and we'll be right back.
Are you curious about marijuana? Florida A&M University established the Medical Marijuana Education and Research Initiative, also known as MARY, to educate the public about medical marijuana use as well as the detrimental health and social impacts of unlawful marijuana use on local communities. Empower yourself with knowledge. Find out more at mmeri.famu.edu. mmeri.famu.edu. MARY. Educate, learn, talk.
You know, one of the things I forgot to mention is Ommanessa has a link tree. So you can go to linktr.ee/Ommanessa, Omenesa. So you can check her out on Linktree, and there'll be links to everything that she's doing there on the Linktree as well. So make sure you check that out. You can also check out my Linktree. It's linktr.ee/Couri, and you can we have multiple shows every week. So on Mondays, there's Unleash Your Audacious Confidence. So please check that out. It's on Win Win Women TV, winwinwomen.tv on Mondays at 5 p.m. Eastern. And on Wednesdays, it is Love My Body, Love Myself right here. So wherever you're watching us right here, that's when that show airs at 6 p.m. Eastern time. And so I really appreciate you joining us today. Don't forget, there are 3 ways to get a shout out on this show. You can, number one, you can do what David did and just leave a comment with your name, your what you do, and how people can get in touch with you. You can also send us a 30-second commercial, and we can play that on air. And the third way is become a guest. So we'd love to have you as a guest. Just email us, support@aliciacouri.com, and you can be a guest on the show. Again, I want to thank my guest, Ommanessa, for joining us today. This was really, really spectacular. We had such a blast in Dubai. It's really an amazing cultural experience. If you can go in November, I suggest that you do go in November when they have their Nothing Happens in the Grave event. It's a 3-day event. I would suggest go for the week. Go hang out for the week in Dubai. It will change, your perspective on a lot of different things. And check out the tour. They'll be in New York in July. In August, they'll be in California, September in Cleveland, December in London, October in Houston, and November in Dubai. So go ahead and check that out. Well, that's it for this episode of Small Business Saturday Shout Out. I am your host, Alicia Couri, and I thank you so much for joining us today. So have a great rest of your Saturday, and we'll see you next time on another episode of Small Business Saturday Shout Out. Peace out.